an academic myself. I come from business. I mean, I have studied, like I've been involved in academics, but I was just totally impressed with where they were able to take it. And it wasn't me directing that. I asked some questions, but man, they just jumped right in and said, yeah, what about this? Yeah, I could see this. We're going to need to do that. And out of that, they've spawned a group of academics that are going to come together to keep the conversation going. Right. That was the one group I was with. The other group was really focused on how do we have both a local and a national, and it could even go beyond that. So the other was, how can we do something locally? What might we be able to do locally? Because it's quite a large country as well, but it takes time. You know what travel is like in those countries. It takes time to go from one to the other. So there were people that were there from around the whole country. I think they've got 10 provinces or something like that. And they were saying, how can I take this back and get people involved in my local area? And so, yes, they're going to continue. They are planning to have another, countrywide type of conference.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, they're also planning to do some regional things in the different provinces. And that's what you were talking about earlier, about it being a movement. That's how a movement grows.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Locally driven, maybe nationally supported, right, in some way, but it's not top down. Like it's not national, like we've got to do it this way, right? It's the local side.
Yeah, and it is local, and it has to be that way. I mean, if you look at the New Testament, look at the book of Acts. The apostles, particularly Paul, but Peter and other apostles, were instigating church planting through discipleship. There's never a command to plant churches. The command is to make disciples. And as you and I talked about together, what do disciples do? Well, they want to gather. Well, what is a gathering of disciples? Well, it's a church. So obviously church is the outcome, but they have this thing where clearly, they out of that local, but lots of local, the world was turned upside down. And I think that's what we're going to see in Cameroon as well. So, all right. So we could, again, each country we could talk about forever, but I want to talk about another country.
So, yeah, Mike, can I just add to that? Because I'm learning from them as well, around the local and the national. Because as you know, in Canada here, so, while we have this BAM Canada, most of our population lives right along, right next door to you. Right. Yep. In the United States there. And it's a vast country. I mean, it takes 9 hours to fly from one end in Newfoundland over to British Columbia. So how can we be doing that same sort of thing and having more locally driven? And so we're talking, I am talking on a regular basis with our friend and we're sharing back and forth. So I'm learning just as much from them as I'm contributing to what they're thinking about. Right.
Yeah, and that's well said. And I know I came away thinking the same thing. It sounds like a bumper sticker to say we received more than we gave, but the truth is we received more than we gave.
Yes.
Because that God is working and there's this mutual learning. It's a wonderful mutual, very high level respect among us, the group that was there.